video is going to analyze a fake news documentary called The Vegetable Sweeping Broom, which produced by VTV, the national channel of Vietnam, and examine the negative impact of this scandal on Thanh Hóa farmers. Documentary was broadcasting on the morning coffee show of VTV3 on May 3rd, 2016. In this video, there was a scene where a VTV intern journalist Phạm Thị Phương made up a story. She told a Thanh Hóa female farmer to go out to the farm and use the broom to create holes on the leaves, looks like caterpillar bites, to make customer believe that these vegetables were 100% organic. This video also includes an interview section where Phương asked customers about their behavior in choosing vegetables for their families, especially vegetables with some signs of caterpillar bites on them. But the story became more serious when this journalist concluded the video by sharing her subjective experience on choosing vegetables for her families and summarized the video with the comment quote, "To meet the requirement of Vietnamese customers on choosing and consuming fresh vegetable, farmer has to do many dirty tricks they can to produce as many as so-called fresh vegetables to the consumer."
When considering VTV spreading of dirty vegetable, it is categorized as fake news when it has own condition determine disinformation made by fallacy. Firstly, information with fallacy take as true or untrue representational content. The source show that VTV journalists make a clip highlighting the shocking news about a community with one of the best Vietnamese farms. Secondly, misleading the likeness to create false belief. The delivered information draw the audience to wrong image of Vietnam farmer and a wrong depiction of their farm. Thirdly, the rooted intention behind its VTV's getting attention of people, generic way of comment to increase rating through manipulating the media for commercial gain purpose. To analyze deeper VTV's case, distinguishing disinformation from misinformation is what has to be done. If this information is unintentionally false and used for purpose, misinformation means incorrect information with any purpose to mislead audience. Therefore, in this case, it seems to be disinformation due to the purpose. There are many types of disinformation, including malicious lie, visual, and true disinformation. VTV's new clearly falls into malicious lie, which is defined as false information done with intention harm for commercial gain. Particularly, the way VTV used broom to sweep vegetables seems to harm Vietnam community's image about food safety, makes the audience lose their trust from its vegetable, and make its farmer remove a huge number of vegetables that nobody buys. All actions that VTV did are to catch attention of audience and increase rating for commercial purpose.
First, let's look at the negative impact on Thanh Hóa farmers. According to Min 2016, Thanh Hóa farmers was badly affected by this fake news documentary. They could not sell lots of vegetables like before, and it directly affected their family's income. Therefore, they want apologizing for their irresponsible action after incident. Because of the seriousness of this fake news documentary, VTV has to pay 50 million Vietnam dong for punishment, and this is the most painful punishment that they ever received in their history. And also, Phạm Thị Phương, the journalist who falsified and made up the story, has been suspended from the company.
Workshop activities. Non-governmental organizations and media literacy are three common solutions, and each solution has pros and cons, which are presented in this table. Solution 1 is workshops and campaigns fighting against fake news and disinformation. Professors and lecturers from communication in universities come to secondary schools and high schools to help students to identify fake news and how to recognize the fake news. However, limitations on the number of schools that can be visited and limitations of time in order to deliver enough necessary information. When this solution is applied to Vietnam, it is quite suitable because Vietnamese education is developing and also mass media is more and more popular nowadays. Students have to have such knowledge about fake news so that they can be more alert to deal with fake news. It is quite simple and available to run small campaigns calling for students attending as well. The second solution is non-governmental organizations. Since Vietnam journalism is developing, there are many mistakes can be made through creating a news, as well as it is really hard to control the process of making a news. As a result, people can create fake news for many purposes. Non-governmental organizations is an appropriate way to be considered, applying to improve the trustworthiness of media. They are durable, independent on governments and authorities, independent on financial supports as well. However, there can be limitations of credible resources. If there are too many non-governmental organizations, audiences don't know which source is appropriate for their findings. Because the political condition in Vietnam is still dictatorial, non-governmental organizations are essential to provide fact-checking service instead of expecting on the government. There are several organizations are very trustworthy for readers, such as Brocan.org, Stanford Social Innovation Review, and the Century Foundation, and so on. Last but not least is media literacy. It's very crucial for readers to identify a fake news with certain tips, which allows audiences at all ages to learn essential skills. On the other hand, it can take such a long time to recognize a news, whether it is true or not, because it takes through many steps. Moreover, checking a fake news requires strict regulations. However, it is really important for our audience to be aware of fake news. When they are sober enough, there are no more fake news that can confuse them. Because media literacy requires time to develop the strong democratic society where netizens are fully equipped to evaluate biases of sources, short-term anonymous community will take action on social media to share true information, and there will be more activists participating in. We suggest those solutions because they have been worked on many countries and companies and so on. Big social companies are dealing with fake news positively. For example, on November 16 in 2017, in the recent effort to counter fake news, Facebook, Google, and Twitter announced their participation in the Trust Project, developing reliable guidelines to help users review credentials, and the authors of articles appears on the news feed. For Facebook, they disrupt economic motives since the majority of fake news have financial incentives. Moreover, they build new products to limit the spread of false news and help users make more informed decisions when they come across false news. For Google, they improve algorithms to bring more accurate and reliable search results to users. They create new guidelines comprising of false information, unwanted, offensive search results, misleading news, and unwarranted plotting. Moreover, on Germany, the social networking platform must remove the content within 24 hours after receiving the message. Otherwise, they will face fines up to 15 million euros. By saying so, we believe that our strategy to combat this fake news can be possible.